Good evening. I want to thank Engineer Kundayo Akombi for this invite on behalf of the Baptist Science Grammar School, Old Boys Association, Baskusa, the Pace Setter Association. I think this is very interesting. I think this is a blessed association. I think this is a very visionary association. And I feel very honored and I'm excited to be called upon to come and speak to you. And it's my prayer that after this meeting, we'll all be much more enlightened, our minds will be refreshed again, and we will live up to the expectation God wants us to live. It's important for me to start by emphasizing this as a way of, getting into this discussion that our children are a gift from God. We are not entitled to them, if I may put it that way. We didn't buy them, they don't sell them. Okay. God felt in his own infinite wisdom and mercy to bless us with these children or to give these children to us as gifts. Okay. So I want to believe that, the children God has given to you, you should in every way be accountable for them when the time comes. So when these children don't do well or they don't turn out well, let's not leave it to circumstances or just leave it to faith and say, oh, okay, they turned out that way. No. Nothing happens by coincidence. Somebody would have done something somewhere, and there probably would have been a loophole that these children took advantage of. There are some children that are naturally blessed, and God has destined them to be great. So no matter what you do, they will turn out to be great. Some needs to be guided. They need to be guided. They need that guidance for them to turn out well. So this morning or this evening, I'll be speaking to you about what parents need to know about sexual abuse. And as a way of the background information, for over 19 years now, I've one way or the other come across, different kinds of children of all ages, from children to teenagers to youths, even to young adults, even to married couples that I've spoken with, I've counseled again and again. And I've come to understand that when it comes to this issue of sexual abuse, they are being abused most times either by themselves or by people that they are very familiar with. Okay, people in their environment they are very familiar with. Okay, people they play with, it can be their friends, it can be their family members, it can be their uncles, their drivers, their gardeners, their playmates, both at home and in school. Okay, some in churches. Okay, this has happened a lot, and they are, we had, kids when they are growing up, they tend to play with each other a lot. And from there, some of them share some vital information some of us are not privy to. And that's why you tell parents at times when you have the privilege to be around your children when they are praying or they are playing, give them the hand, give them free hand, let them play and express themselves while you are in the midst of them doing as if you are busy doing something else. Then you hear their conversation, you hear them discuss and stuff like that. At times, some of these children share this information, with themselves and tell themselves things that you will least expect. Some of them are information you least expect. Where did they hear this from? As early as 2, 3, 4 years old, you can see some kids fondling with themselves, doing stuff with themselves. So if you, as the parent, which is supposed to be their number one guardian, you are not there, then how do you understand what is going on in the minds of these children? You need to understand what is going on in the mind of these children. Because with the parents, that is the starting point. We need to get it right with them. You need to get it right with the children. Okay? For the children, they need you at every point in time because you are their most trusted guidance counselor. You are the most trusted helper. So you must be there for them at every point in time to teach them, to lead them, and over the time you need to build trust in them so that they can always trust you. I would have loved to show us a video in this regard, but unfortunately, what I would do, I'll put the video on this platform, and then we'll take it up from there. However, let's move on. What is child sexual abuse? Now, this is child sexual abuse. Is any interaction between a child and an adult or another child in which the child is used for sexual stimulation of the perpetrator or of the perpetrator or an observer. So, and this sexual abuse can include both touching and non-touching behavior. Touching behavior may involve touching of the vagina, the penis, the breasts, the buttocks, or oral genital contact. These are all sexual abuse. Now, the non-touching may include using words that are not appropriate, using vulgar words, showing themselves, to the victim, okay, or asking the child or the victim to, go naked so that they can see the child, or even watching pornography or exposing them to pornography, or teaching them how to even masturbate. Okay, these are all forms of sexual abuse because you are doing it in the wrong way. The child is not capable, or he has no capacity to take all these things. And before you know it, the child may want to start practicing all these things and start abusing these things. And before you know it, you've lost a child in terms of morals. So the child has been exposed to what you least expect that the child would have been exposed to. And at times, these abusers often use physical force. Some of them will force them. Some of them may not, So these are all forms of, tricks they use on them. Some of them may groom them. They will show them unusual kindness, unusual love. And if it's a child that has not been exposed to that kind of love, that kind of kindness, either from mom or from dad, then it becomes easier for them. Okay, they buy them gifts, they arrange special activities for them. They teach them very, very interesting things. Okay, I'm not saying that it's wrong for your friends or for their uncles or for people around to show them true love, to give them gifts. No, we need to understand that, first of all, I forgot to mention this, that God is at the center of our life. We need to understand that there are people that are genuinely kind. There are people that are genuinely wonderful to us. So those things can happen. But however, understand that some of these things happen around us based on the fact that, some of these kids may not even have understood, what it means to be loved and to be shown true love. Okay, so these people, they come around, or these individuals, because some of them may include even kids of their age mates, okay, come around